Hello Collective, welcome to your reading. What we have so far is, it looks like you and this person are in no contact, right? There's been a split here in the energy because it looks like you were rejected by someone, right? And then there was some sort of divine intervention anyway, and you created healthy boundaries, okay? And then it's left this person, although they rejected you, they're now feeling stuck and triggered because they can see that you're actually happier without them. I think they were trying to control you, right? That's what they were trying to do. Trying to control you by rejecting you somehow. It's probably to get you to chase them or something, right? So obviously that didn't work out. Now they're feeling stuck and at a dead end, all triggered and full of conflict, okay, because they can't control you. So we'll have a look into this and see what's happening. Got 2 cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, what's under that? Page of Wands and Hangman. Right, we've got the Star. Conflict. Wealth. And self-love. Okay, so this is you, right? You are a bright shining light, okay? You obviously follow your guidance from the divine. When they give you a heads up about something, you listen, right? And then you take action accordingly. So obviously this was a lot of conflict going on that this person was trying to cause in you so that you couldn't have settled emotions or anything like that, okay? They were intent on causing you drama and conflict, okay? Trying to control you, that's what this is. And then you realised once this divine intervention came in, right, the boundaries were erected, and then you end up with wealth and self-love, okay? So you're looking good here. Now they've got a tower, right? They weren't expecting that they couldn't control you. They really thought they were going to manage to control you with whatever it was they were doing here, but it really didn't work. Now it seems their life is in chaos and falling apart, right? And they're confused. Confused about how they got there. Okay, I think this person needs to look at their ego, right? 8 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles. Right. So, it looks like they are confused, obviously, right? Their life's falling apart now. They don't know what's going on. They're looking at you, thinking, how are you doing so well? Okay? They don't seem to get it. I think they might play these control tactic games with other people, and it usually goes along a certain way, right? They all are easily manipulated and get controlled by this person. They're all fooled by them, right? But not you. I'll do one more. Right, let's see what these cards have to say. Dismissed. Yeah, dismissed by the universe, right? This person out of your life. That's it. Yeah. You need to get away from this Five of Wands, right? The conflict. Because you can't be at peace in that energy, as you know, right? So it's obvious what's happening over in your energy here. Right, so now we've got this on wealth. You might actually find that you come into independent wealth, right? It's like a blessing from the universe, okay? That's sitting on the wealth card. Or it could also mean that you know your value, right? Your value as a person, and you will not allow anyone to do this to you. Extreme. We've got extreme self-love here, okay? It's a good thing to know about. If everyone else is going to be hating on you or whatever, okay, not treating you right, then you need to treat yourself right. And it shows the universe that you want better treatment, right? Because the energy you give out is what you're going to get back. Okay, hence them having a tower and being all confused. That's what they were trying to do to you. Right? Yeah. So we've got the tower and they're shattered, right? But they've done this to themselves by trying to control you. So they're really in a disaster zone right now, I'd say. Okay? But they seem to only have themselves to blame for this. Yeah, they're in denial though. This is along with the Seven of Cups, okay? Yeah, they don't want to face reality. I think somewhere in them they know that they did this to themselves with all the bad decisions that they've made and how they treat people, right? But they just don't want to face it. Because they would have to do a lot of deep diving, right? And go through an ego death and all those things. And they just don't want to face it. Because you need a lot of strength for that, really. To get through it. Right, so the Eight of Pentacles. We've got Anchor. I feel like they're just working away. Trying to focus on work. So that they can kind of bury their head in the sand. And they don't have to face their reality, okay? Nine of Pentacles. It's like they're just wanting to be independent and single and keep everything all bottled up. Living in their illusions. Right. So that they don't have to face how deceptive they are as a person. Yeah, this person has a lot of problems, okay? They really do. It's maybe the sort of person who might need therapy, actually. On the bottom of the deck, they seem to have uncontrolled desires, this person. Right. Yeah, they're just triggered. They're really not in a good space. It looks like you are, though. So stay in your own lane, okay? That would be what you want to do here. Concentrate on your extreme self-love. Right, when you do that, you'll be fine. And it looks like there's something good coming in for you also. Okay? So, if it upsets you that this person's having a hard time in any way, try not to focus on them, okay? Because you might see things happening to them and I don't know. It depends how you're feeling about them. Okay? Just make sure you're taking care of your own feelings. Right? Because there isn't really much you can do about this. Okay? They brought it on themselves. And Spirit have removed you from this situation because it wasn't any good for you. You're on a different road here from this person, okay? The Earth's core. Stability, grounding, and core beliefs. Yeah, I feel like you are really working on your core and grounding your stability on this earth, right? So that you have a good, stable foundation to build on. And then we've got the Mystic's Eye at the bottom of the deck. That's a nice picture. Like clairvoyance, insight and foresight. Yeah, you're very divinely guided, whoever you are, okay? That's what's happening to you, and you looks like you're really developing a very strong foundation to build anything you want on, okay? So I'll just leave it there, okay? Thank you for spending time with me, and I'll see you next time. Right, bye.